If I was in my prime, who would I want to play one-on-one with? That list is very long. Start off with Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Kobe Bryant in his prime, LeBron in his prime, D. Wade in his prime, Melo. That's a good start.
Yeah.
I don't think I lose. Other than Kobe Bryant because he steals all my moves.
When young Michael was just starting to take his first steps in basketball, his childhood idol was David Thompson, a legendary player of the 80s in the Denver Nuggets who combined fantastic athleticism and a set of skills, allowing Skywalker to score more than 25 points on average per game with incredible ease in the first 6 years of his career. However, when Michael grows up and becomes an independent unit on the court, we will barely recognize Thompson and his movement. The same cannot be said about Kobe Bryant. As you all know, Michael Jordan from Mamba was not just an idol and a player who determined his development. He was the prototype that Bryant first tried to recreate to the millimeter in his game, and then even surpass. This applies to many things: movements, the mechanics of the throw, the tongue sticking out during the attack, and, of course, the mentality of the killer. But what do you think could be more valuable than all this? More valuable than even personal praise from Michael Jordan? I will not torment you with various options. More valuable than this were those few matches where Kobe Bryant got a chance to play against his main idol of youth. And I suggest that we remember and talk about all these confrontations today. Don't forget to like, and let's get 1,000 subscribers. This is very important. I decided to combine these two meetings into one for just one simple reason. Bryant, no matter how determined he is to fight against Michael all the time. In his first two fights against Jordan, he was an 18-year-old youth who was sitting at a school desk yesterday. Why impose a game on a legend? Even with all his talents and skill sets, he was simply not capable of. In the first match, Kobe scored 5 points plus 1 rebound, spending just over 9.5 minutes on the court. Michael, on the contrary, proved to young Kobe and the rest of the world that he is still the best player on planet Earth. Having shot 30 points plus 9 rebounds and 3 assists, the return game in February was not much different from the first. Bryant still had 5 points and 3 rebounds in 12 minutes of the game. Jordan also typed 27-4 was 4, but their battles were not over. In the future, Kobe will go from a rookie who received limited minutes, replacing mainly Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel before the champion of the slam dunk contest of 97, and a player who, by the way, visited the postseason, and Michael will win the 5th championship ring, take the best player of the finals, and release together with Nike the 12th named Model, which will later become a cult largely due to the fact that it will be the first to implement Zoom Air technology, and because Jordan will play his match with pizza poisoning in them. The next truly legendary match takes place in the 1997 season. This was the first fight where Kobe stuck in front of Michael in a completely new guise. The 19-year-old rookie appeared around the middle of the first period, and the first couple of bull attacks, he timidly watched how the prime Jordan smashes Eddie Johnson, unable to cope with Michael even when double team was connected to his personal custody. As a result, 2 quickly scored fouls by Jones forces Del Harris to hide Eddie on the bench by the end of the quarter, and that's where custody of Michael goes to Bryant. The Lakers reservist hungrily pursued his idol at any jerk or attempt to open up, but as soon as the ball was in Michael's hands, he immediately decides to activate the Ulta and throw out the signature technique. He does not achieve his goal, and Kobe gets the first useful action in the asset. But knowing Michael, this throw only aggravated the situation on the court even more, and now it seems that Kobe Bryant cannot escape from a one-on-one challenge, although he probably did not try to do this. But interestingly, Michael Jordan unexpectedly received the first slap in the face in this battle when Kobe launched a long-range 2-point shot in the face of his idol, and he was right in the basket. Immediately in the next attack, Michael responds to the basketball player by selling him a fake pump. The leader of the Bulls earns an easy 2 throws from the line. And just look at Kobe's look. He understands perfectly well that Jordan has just divorced him as a child, but it seems that the 8th number of the Lakers has prepared something. He's definitely up to something, and he's prepared an equally vivid answer. It was very different from Bryant's game earlier. Now he's not afraid. He still knows that Jordan is out of reach for him in terms of the game, even if it's 36 years old. But this is not a reason to stop because the Lakers rookie dreamed of such a match all his childhood. Next, the game will calm down a bit until the 23rd number of Bulls sits down to rest. Kobe will continue to play great on offense, bringing his personal performance to 9 points scored, and it will also be active in terms of protection. I would even say that in some episodes he overdid it, which resulted in 3 personal personal comments and also going to the bench. However, when Bryant returns, he will do something that will make the match commentators cry out in surprise, and the Bulls' home arena freeze for a moment. Michael certainly did not leave such audacity unanswered. In the next attack, he will easily break away from Bryant's defense and score 2 points in passing. But in principle, it will become clear to everyone already then. Kobe was really going to be the best in the business and replace Michael in the future. But in order for this to take place legally, the newcomer had to beat him on the floor. By the way, this match off December 17th not only became productive for the leaders of both teams and allowed the 8 Lakers to demonstrate their entire attacking arsenal in that match, he also became a landmark in terms of communication between Jordan and Kobe Bryant, which will mark the beginning of their strong friendship. During the broadcast, the directors will pay attention to how Kobe asked Michael something.
Evaluation of the young fella Kobe. I remember I was young like that. He certainly has a lot of skills, and you see that, and he's got a lot of confidence, and I think it's just a matter of time for him. You you realize how good he is. He's in his second year of college, and certainly he's learned a lot. He's in a top league, actually, and he's certainly going to learn a lot more. He's going to be a lot better if he keeps improving.
Surely you are very interested right now in what actually happened in the next match after such a performance. In fact, history has practically repeated itself, except only for the fact that big man Shaquille returned to the Lakers' rotation, the very key element that did not take part in the match on December 17 and who scored 24 points plus 9 rebounds. Seriously affected the outcome of the match. If anything, Michael continued to teach Bryant the game in the guest meeting and fry the newcomer in those situations when they played one-on-one. Unfortunately, we cannot say that this was their second personal battle between each other. The Bulls already had 27 points by the end of the third quarter, which is why Jordan practically did not appear in the fourth segment. Therefore, we probably shouldn't linger here, but it's better to go straight to the All-Star game. After 7 days, Kobe and Jordan will meet each other again on the court, but this time in the framework of the '98 All-Star game. This meeting can be considered monumental for several reasons. Firstly, Kobe was taking part in his first serious All-Star game. Secondly, he refused to play in a quiet mode while most of the players of that weekend were friendly to each other. Kobe and Jordan were the only couple of guys who fought without any pity at all, which showed an unwillingness to retreat, even in an entertaining game, and who delighted the audience with their signature throws. Michael repeatedly scored a fade AV while Kobe was figuring in a 360 breakaway. He twisted feints in the style of street basketball, which of course pleased the audience and even pleased Michael Jordan, who said that Kobe knows perfectly well that he is not feeling well, so he presses Michael twice as actively. The match, if anything, ended with the victory of the East 134-114, and our heroes have 18 and 23 points, respectively. After the 98th All-Star game, as you know, Michael Jordan will leave the world of big basketball saying that, in principle, he has already proved everything to everyone and is not going to return in the future. However, 3 years later, at the age of 38, he will announce his second coming to the league, and he will do this on October 30, 2001, becoming part of the team from Washington. By that time, Kobe Bryant will have won 2 finals in a row with Shaquille and Phil Jackson, going into the 2001-2002 season for a 3-pit as the prime Michael Jordan did twice. During the period of Jordan's absence, Kobe really managed to turn from a young man who once came to the big leagues from school to a big basketball star. From what to consider in detail the segment from 2002 to 2003, I think there is no special sense. The statistics of those matches are right now on your screens. You can evaluate it yourself. Michael, no matter how unyielding he was, unfortunately already had a hard time coping with time that had an effect on his body, and he showed the level of the game comparable to the level when you are almost 40 years old. Although no, it is said incorrectly. After all, Michael, when he was almost 40 years old, scored more than 20 points. This is an incredible achievement. So forget about that last part I just said. The only thing I would probably mention is the All-Stars of 2003, where Michael not only performed well, but almost twice became the author of the winning clutches. The first in regular time, unfortunately, he failed to score through Sean Marion, but the second one in extra time he implemented. At the same time, he did it so beautifully, with charm and using his signature fadeaway, that I just want to close the game and not say anything more, not remember. This is an amazing moment.
Michael has the ball, again guarded by Sean Marion. The fadeaway, yes!
However, Kobe, who did not really try to strangle the old man for most of the game, did not miss the opportunity to suddenly take a shit on his idol, not allowing Michael to beautifully go into the sunset at his final All-Star match. Kobe will earn a foul on the arc, that is, 3 shots from the line, will put the game into overtime.
To the line with 1 second remaining in overtime. Him for all 3. Only 1 second left.
And there the West will already win. And the second point that I can't ignore is the last meeting between Kobe Bryant and Jordan in the NBA. If you haven't seen this match before, the question is addressed to you. How did Kobe Bryant spend his idol? Option 1, gave him an impressive game and score 50 points. Option 2, everything was in a friendly manner and both did not really try. Scored 20 points each. Option 3, Kobe set a franchise record for points scored in a half, scored more than 50 points in total, and only after that he waved to Michael Jordan. Of course, this is the last option, so that you understand. This was the best performance of Kobe from all his confrontations with Michael. During the first half, the leader of the Lakers had 42 points. He finished the match, scored 55 points. Plus, Bryant made 16 of 18 shots. The release was 50% of the shots from the game and made it clear to Jordan that he could safely give him the torch of the next one. Michael, if anything, was also not bad for a 39-year-old veteran. He scored 23 points and even managed to cool Kobe's ardor once in the third segment. However, not by some kind of dunk or throw with a deviation, but charge.
Round the screen, picked up by Jordan and Stackhouse. Back to Kobe, runs over Michael Jordan. That's going to be a charging foul, and Kobe just picked up his 4th personal foul. And Kobe is kind of mocking, having some good fun with MJ.
Which is reviewing now, to be honest, it becomes both sad and fun at the same time. As for statistics, I will not undertake another comparison. Which of them was better there? Who was worse? Based on these figures from the matches where they met each other. When both of these guys met each other on the floor, they were never in prime at the same time. Jordan was like that until Kobe came. Kobe gained weight and strength only when Michael was finishing his career. Why any comparison is incredible stupidity, and it's better that we just remember with a smile on our face once again about the game of these two greatest basketball players. And in the comments, we will write the most favorite moments related to both the game of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Let's do this. I'll start and you pick up after me in the comments. For me, personally, the favorite moment with Kobe is his canopy to Shaquille in the 7th game of the Western Conference Finals in 2000 against Portland. And Michael Jordan, of course, has a shot against Cleveland. You can already write your options in the comments. In principle, both according to your favorite moments and according to your wishes on the topics of the following videos. Therefore, do not hesitate. Do not limit yourself in anything. Don't forget to give a thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get 1,000 subscribers. And I have, gentlemen, for today. I'll see you as always very soon, and bye to everyone.